There we are. Alright, feels half decent to be back. I should close my door first. Now that I think about it, it is wide open. Fuck yeah, it's changed to a Mugen stream. You thought I'd be playing a lame-ass game like Journey? Nah. Nah. Ethernet cables fucking rule. They change what game is displaying. Thank you, SaltyBet, for not yelling at me about hosting. I assume they don't care because it drives viewers, but shut up. So, I've never played Journey all the way through to memory. I played it a little bit, but it wasn't of interest when I had a PS3. But, like, it looks cool now, and it's perfect to test the new PC. Because it's something that'll take, like, 2 hours, and won't worry about it. How am I sounding? How's the audio? While I wait for a response, thank you to Creator Slick for following 2 days ago. A miracle that happened. I haven't streamed in, what, 2 weeks? 3? Almost a month? Game is super loud? I'll fix that. How about this? Am I louder? Quieter? Because I don't mind the game being loud, but I don't want it to be, like, overpoweringly loud. I'm gonna keep it there for now until I get another person being like, oh, what the fuck, game too loud. If I want to balance it out, add compression filters. So, I know people have, like, a setting for when they want to, like, talk. It'll have the mic audio prioritize over the desktop audio. And I don't know which, or I don't know what to do. Got us? Howdy. Oh shit. Is it telling me to? Whoa. Oh, I don't like that. Can I? Oh, it's not asking me to. Oh, thank God. I just have the option to control with tilt controls. Oh, I don't like tilt controls. Not that much, anyways. I know some people really like, good game, I see. Glad it was free. And it's not even... Yeah, it's free, and it's not even free with PlayStation Plus. It was just free to everyone, because stay the fuck home. Here's a 2-hour game and Uncharted 4, I think? Oh, it says I'm still just chatting? That's a really good point. How do I fix that? I think it's this button. That's a really good... So, here's a little Twitch knowledge for you. If you're in just chatting, it's a lawless fucking wasteland, and you're allowed to do whatever. Journey. There we go. Thank you for catching that. Is it updated now? Hope it is. Oh? Is that circle? Triangle? And you can drop your milkers on stream. Actually, she got a temporary suspension for that, which thank fucking Christ. Oh. Why am I getting pinged on Discord? Yeah, let me drop that link there. Huh. Look, I agree. it should be permanent because she's like... Okay. But like, it is literally better than nothing and I have no control over... Okay, so I just auto-vault. Okay. God, this game's gorgeous. And I've got the little scarf. That was like the first thing I learned about this game. Yeah, Sony knows how to make things pretty. If Sony is good for anything, it is knowing how to make a pretty-ass game. Just look at the Order 1886. Yeah, Order 1886 and Knack are legitimately good lookers. It just kind of sucks that those games are... That's just a cutscene game. Hey, look, some cutscene games are okay. Until Dawn was apparently good, even if I didn't get into it. I actually kind of want to get into Until Dawn, but that's actually half of what the stream is for. Getting me in, like, having me buy things that I'm like, I don't know about that. And, like, seeing, do I like this? Like, I, in the recent sale, bought a game for the stream. Okay. What am I supposed to do with these? Do I... Like, I bought 4 games. I had money for 1 game, and I doubt I even had the money for it. Now that I think about it. Might buy some more from the sale tomorrow. I mean, if there's a really good deal that I can afford. Oh, an under $20 sale. Well, this is time to shill that donation link that I've got at the bottom of the VOD and the archive and the stream. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if you want to see something. Alright. Kinda like that it just auto-vaults for me. Okay, but what did that do? Okay, so it gives me a little air jump. Alright. Yeah, that works. I don't know what to say about this yet, but like everything looks really pretty, and if I can give this game any one thing, this is super unique looking. And it's like, that's obviously nothing new, but because this game's like, what, more than a decade old at this point? actually blows my mind at this point that, like, games like the first Silent Hill are, like, more than 20 years old at this point. It's like, wow, I just turned 20, like, weeks ago. It's around 8 years? Okay, so it's not as old as I thought. I thought it was like 2010 straight up. It said sparkly up there. Is that the thing I just did? I think it is, but I saw that. That's Limbo. I didn't like Limbo. I wanted to like Limbo. It has everything I should like. Whew, boy, do I not find that game actually enjoyable to play. I preferred Inside a lot. And, Braid. I remember really liking Braid. Haven't been on the site in years. Well, I'm a good chance to use Twitch again. I barely watch other streamers. So, like, I watch Pat Stares At, I watch Wooly vs. His VODs, I watch Peach Saliva, and I watch Salty Bet. I like watching Pat VODs. Yeah, Pat is like perfect background goblin. Like, when I sleep, I prefer to have something playing in the background, and Pat is perfect for that because he's brash and like kind of loud, but he never gets too loud for my liking. I've been watching Wooly's channel a lot too. I don't know. I never actually watched his Spider-Man videos. I held off on watching anything about Spider-Man until I played it, and now that I've platinumed it, I might as well actually touch it. Let me actually get the mic a little closer to me. Hey Ivan, what's up? Okay. Fuck is that? Oh. I remember hearing something like, anytime you see another person, it's actually, or anytime you see another, like, little scarfy boy there, it's actually another player. I remember hearing that and thinking, wow, that's really cool. Shame it's not on a console I own. And then, again, I can't sleep with sound. I can sleep with the lights out, but I can't stand noise. I got used to noise. I don't know what got me used to noise, but I got used to it. Like, I remember I was like, I want to say I was like 14 when I started putting on something in the background, maybe 13. I remember I used Markiplier for that a lot. This game is a really haunting OST. Yeah, it's not haunting like Nier or Shadow of the Colossus, but it's definitely got a style going for it that I can really only attribute to Journey. Fuck paying $20 for this? I don't know, I'd spend money on this. so far. Like a little walk-around game. Fuck it, I spent 60 on Death Stranding. I know what I did. Fucking love Death Stranding. It deserves every penny that I gave it. But whoo boy, is that game... If someone tells me, hey, that game sucks ass, I'm like, yeah. Yeah. The other people or players the interaction with is one of the things I find interesting. Yeah. I mean, like, nowadays, I guess this game would actually, if it came out last year, I think people would care about it a lot more because, according to the the credits roll, it was like, hey, so Santa Monica Studios did this, and I don't know if they did the port or if this was actually a game they made, but like, goddamn, I don't even care. They did a bang-up job. Yeah, this game is just legitimately gorgeous. I think it's the port. Okay, that game company is the devs. Alright, that makes sense. I mean, at the same time, though, throwing that name on the project was probably the best call. Because, like, nowadays, that actually holds, in some groups, some actual, like, hey, I know those guys, they made a really good game. It's like the God of War game that came out a couple of years ago. It does nothing new, but it's a good... It plays well. And it's a story that's really enjoyable, I felt. Felt that was a little different from the other Sad Dad simulators. Not by a lot, but like just enough for me to like it. So do the other players here actually impact my shit, or am I just seeing them do their thing? But like, you know what I'm thinking about this game? I look at this and I go, this is just the desert from Nier. Or Automata specifically. Like, this is just that, but the whole game. Is that another flag? Or cape? I'm gonna call that a flag. Hear about the Nier news. Which Nier news? How they might be changing things up? So... make it more up to snuff with Automata. Oh, so like they're changing gameplay? That's fine. Ultimately, as long as they keep Nier Replicant the same. Ultimately, like, I want the same story told the same way, maybe give it a new ending, because it's a fucking Yoko Taro game and I kind of expect it. Wouldn't really compare it to Dark Souls. It's still Dark Souls in that way of, like, you're passively seeing other people roam around. I can see the comparison. Also, some voice actors are coming back, like 9S. 9S in... You know what? I'm not even gonna question why 9S would be in Nier Replicant. Because of the Yorha Boys stage play. I don't remember when that is in the timeline, offhand. But, like, I want Laura Bailey to come back. For gameplay, it'll be more like Automata. That's fine. That means it'll play well. I'm not saying Nier and Drakengard play like shit, like some people do. Because, I'm in the camp that Clemps is in, where, like, I don't think the Nier and Drakengard games play like shit, because I think they're about up to snuff with a standard action game of their time. It just so happens that Automata plays like a fucking dream. I'm also of the camp that you don't play a Yoko Taro game for the gameplay, but if it has good gameplay, hey, nice. But, like, I know that's a bad argument. But, like, I wasn't looking at Replicant and go, Automata plays better than Bayonetta. You know what? You know what? I'll give you that. I'll fucking give you that. Because I actually like Nier Automata a lot more than either Bayonetta game, despite thinking both Bayonetta games are fucking great. Oh, there's that guy just... That's really cool. I can see why Game Informer were, like, fucking creaming their pants in their review. Because, like, this is gorgeous, and knowing that that's another person, like, actually, is phenomenal. That's so cool. Okay, I know I compared this to the Desert in Nier Automata. The soundtrack also sounds like the tracks that have no lyrics in Automata. Can't believe this came out the same year as Walking Dead. Huh. Well, one good game had to come out that year. And Silent Hill HD. Silent Hill HD was 2012, I thought. During 2010? Or 2012? I keep thinking that Journey is 2010. I don't know why. Remember many games that came out in 2012. Come to think of it. Dishonored is 2012. Far Cry 3 is 2012. Borderlands 2, Mass Effect 3, Halo 4. Wow, this is the year of disappointment. Assassin's Creed 3, Halo 4, Mass Effect 3, Far Cry 3. Holy shit. Max Payne 3, Diablo 3. At the very least, this Hotline Miami and Dishonored came out. Isn't Max Payne good? Max Payne 1 and 2 were good. Max Payne 3 is good, but not as good as 1 and 2. And Diablo 3, I can't stand Diablo 3. I played it like a motherfucker, like a year after it came out because we got it for the 360. And I tried returning to it multiple times and thought, wow, I don't know what I saw. Borderlands 2 is amazing. I prefer 1. Just out and out. Even if the writing is raw sewage, I think the writing is the only thing Borderlands 2 has going for it, and... Ooh. Borderlands 1 plays too stiff? Eh. Borderlands 1 has some actual, like, number crunchy shit that I like. Like, I love the weapon proficiency system. I heard something like it comes back in 3, and I want to play 3. I want to give it some time. And I like the character styles more. I'll give you that. Although, I think most of us can agree when I say pre-sequel fucking suck. Zero's fun. I didn't like Zero. I preferred Maya. I preferred pre-sequel's fine. Too floaty. Gives me motion sickness. I'm not gonna play a game that feels like I'm trekking through mud and also makes me want to vomit. Just like Kingdom Hearts. Here's the thing. I can stand Kingdom Hearts. At the very least, it doesn't give me fucking motion sickness. Okay, where are you leading me? That person has a bigger scarf than me. Like Kingdom Hearts games are one of Reach memories? Nah. Dream Drop Distance is great. Better than 3 by a long shot. Birth by Sleep. Take it or leave it. It's a bit magic heavy for my liking. The weird fucking gacha game doesn't play awful, but I can't stand how much battery it takes from my phone. I'll get the fuck out here. We're dropping is a bad system. It's fine. Like, every single person that wants to talk about Dream Drop Distance on the internet talks about dropping like it killed their grandpa. But it's like, it's fine. Like, motherfuckers just don't know how to manage their time. Why during boss battles? Because people don't know how to manage their time. Like, if it's your first Kingdom Hearts, and it shouldn't be, because it's like Kingdom Hearts, what, 7? Kingdom Hearts fights are just fucking sponges? Yeah, if you just use attacks, having the time limit is dumb. Like, I agree with some people that maybe it should be an option, but I don't think it should be done away with. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Like to drop for limiting grinding. I'm also on the side of liking the drop because it keeps the game fresh for me. And not in like the character looks slightly different. No, Riku and Sora feel like they play different. And like, but it shouldn't be for bosses. I don't know where the it shouldn't be for bosses complaint comes from. I've never once had an issue with it. Just spam magic, dude. Flow motion is awesome. Was flow motion added in Dream Drop Distance? I keep thinking it's from another game. Shame 3 neutered it. Look, it's a miracle that game even came out. It's the main gimmick. Yeah, I know it's the main gimmick, but I feel like it was added in one of the fucking weird DS ones that weren't Dream Drop Distance. You know? Birth by Sleep has shot locks are what I'm thinking of now that I think about it. I like how 3 did that. Look, I don't know what mind goblins you have that make you hate Birth by Sleep. But like, that game is one of the better ones. I wouldn't say it's good. BBS, more like fucking mess. Hey, bud, you got any different joke setups? Like, I can't say you make a bad one, but I've seen the same setup at least 5 times today. My joke development is like Kingdom Hearts. Should be better. Give it a decade to be good. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't giving you a decade. Wait. Did that person just... Did that game just give me... Or did that guy just give me some fucking juice? What do we got? Come on. I'm just really hoping I'm not going to be stumped here. Wait. Oh! Oh, that's good. So what other game you got for the stream? I'm going to be continuing Shadow of the Colossus and Resident Evil 3. I just wanted to test... Or I just wanted this game, so I could actually, like, have a half-decent test. Before continuing with an LP. Because, like, God forbid something go wrong on something that isn't, like, a one-off. Because, like, this is a one-off. I picked it because I see it's, like, a 2-hour game on How Long to Beat. Mid this, mid that. Fuck off. I enjoyed my hour and a half with it so far. Not sure if I'll get any new releases here. It's up in the air. It's legitimately up in the air what I buy, because it's like not getting fucking Last of Us 2 until that game's like $20. Especially now knowing what we all know. Which, not gonna elaborate on that, because Naughty Dog's been DMCAing people. And I am but a small streamer. But like, I don't know. I've got a decent backlog. I know after the main LPs, I've got other games in mind. As well as finishing up an old LP that I meant to get to. And then Resident Evil 3 came out. Like, basically it's alternate between RE3 and Shadow of the Colossus until I beat both. And then I'll continue an LP that I accidentally abandoned. Ooh. And after that, I have plans. No clue if I'm gonna follow up on them yet. But I have the plan. Cause like, I'm not really interested in Ghost of Tsushima, but like if it ends up being good, I'll pick it up. I had no real hype for it. Especially since Sekiro does what I want out of Sekiro does what I want out of a like a feudal era Japan game. Love Second Son. I just couldn't stand it. There was something about how Second Son determined you're good or evil. Like, yeah, if you want to be the good guy, fucking destroy drugs. If you want to be the bad guy, punch protesters. And it's like, wow, this game sure thinks it has something to say. I thought it was fucking hilarious that it's like, yeah, nah, be a bad guy, punch the protester. What are they protesting? I don't know. Fuck them. Is Ivan still here?
Why do you say it? I know.
I can't play this one-handed. But now, like, other than games for the stream, because I've been waiting for the Ethernet cable set up, and that's finally set up. Best goddamn connection I've had for this shit ever. But like, in the background, I've been playing fucking Metal Gear 5 again. Because that game is such a weird curse for me. And like, I don't know. There was something about how, like, I know the plot twist in Metal Gear 5. I know how it's got content missing, but that gameplay is so goddamn infectious. Like, I can't believe such an unfinished mess of a game is one of my favorites ever. And it's not even my favorite Metal Gear game. That honor goes to at least 3. Maybe Peace Walker, maybe 2. I do not understand how 5 stays so good despite having legitimate problems. Just like DMC4. Except here's the thing, DMC4 has issues that consistently irritate me. Because I know that game is unfinished and it explains all of the balance problems. But Metal Gear 5 feels complete, and I know that, like, the story isn't finished, the plot twist is, let's be real, the game pretty much tells you what's been going on from fucking minute 1. But, like, it's so many elements of a game that shouldn't work, and it does. Also, that game's difficulty is trivialized with mouse. Like, I feel like it was a console game that didn't quite factor in how fantastic using a mouse was for precision. So it's like, I might not even need Quiet as a sniper. I might just have her around. Because, like, Quiet's the best buddy in the game. Hands fucking down. Then followed by D-Dog and... well, no. Followed by Horse, then D-Dog. I'm not really impressed with Walker. Never have been. God, this is just gorgeous. Like, gorgeous and silky smooth. Like, I've been to places where the sand looks like this, and It's just... oh. I mean, also, like, MGS5 caters to the specific part of the lizard brain that's, yeah, you want every time a helicopter that's made of gold plating to come in and start playing Beware by Death Grips. Hell yeah. I wouldn't mind a little plushie of whoever the protagonist is. It's a really nice design. Or like a little vinyl statue. Like, it feels like something that was made for that, but isn't deliberately trying. It's not a porg. It's not... it's nothing like that. It's just... here's this thing. One of the funniest things about Journey is the Mega 64 video. Link that? Where they almost got her at... link me to that. I want to see it. After the stream, just DM me. It's like, I think $20 is a good price for this, but like, I can't imagine this game being like 60. I don't think it ever was, but... because for a game that's like, apparently 2 hours, 4 if you get everything. I don't know why they would say more than like 20, 30 maybe. Oh, it'll show the two people. Oh, that's good. Come on, man. Let's go. But no, by the way, expect a bigger uptick in amount of streams. Because, like, now that I'm actually, you know, using a system that won't crash when OBS is running, it's actually really nice. I've seen buildings like that in real life where, like, the hallways just look like that. The charm misses the mark a lot of times, tries to convey adventure, but it's too linear. It's segmented, linear. Linear sequences are the worst part, but the climbing and combat are good aspects. I would dare say that I prefer 1 over 2. That's weird. I hear the exact opposite from, like, every other person that I know that's played Uncharted. I don't know. I couldn't finish, or really I couldn't play more than 2 hours of Drake's Fortune. Like, I could not stomach that snarky, snide jackass. Yeah. More streams from Omega. Yeah, here's got your Doom 64. Doom 64 fucking rocks. One of my favorite Doom games. It's up there with Doom 2, and Doom 3 is actually on my favorites. It's nowhere as good as, like, Eternal, or even 2016, or even the first game. but, like, goddamn. Haven't really touched Doom 2. Doom 2 is my first, so, like, I may have some really, really big bias there. Also, like, the PS1 port of Doom 1 is apparently super creepy, because they use a different soundtrack entirely. That's just 10 times more ambient. And apparently, if you change the soundtrack of Doom, but keep all the gameplay, it's just a horror game in disguise. Which I think is really cool. Wait, am I supposed to go down here? Is he showing me? Is he, like, chirping? Doom 3 is pretty divisive. I like Doom 3, but I think BFG Edition fucking blows. Because, like, Doom 3 has challenge in the flashlight feature. And the flashlight feature was that the flashlight is a physical object. And that was part of the challenge. It's that, like, alright, use this physical object when you absolutely need to. But, like, BFG Edition removes the physical flashlight and just makes it a gun-mounted one or a shoulder-mounted one. And that, it just removes the challenge. And also makes the game a lot less tense. Wait, is the fucking version of Doom 3 on PS4 the BFG Edition? Fuck's sake, how can they... Because I know that they kind of buckled when they heard the flashlight was a hated feature. But, like, I loved the flashlight. It made it so that I couldn't just sprint through combat. Well, thank you. We just vibing. Like Half-Life 2? Nah, I like Half-Life 2. I like Half-Life 2, I prefer Half-Life 1. I really want Crowbar Collective to do Blue Shift and Opposing Force. Real shit? Modern Warfare has lots of free bundles. I might log in just to get them. Got a nice gesture. I got one of the gestures, and it's just the hand going, "Come on, come on!" Fucking Terry's taunt. Even though I don't have gestures mapped. Yeah, well, I mean, they're still giving them to you. Half-Life 2, the flashlight, the oxygen mirror, and sprint use the same energy, so there's micromanagement in that. Oh! That's not what I was trying to say it's like, but yeah, I can see that. What is that? It looks like it's swimming, but I don't know if we're swimming. We'll just management. Yeah. I don't know. I give Half-Life 2 a lot of shit, but, like, it's a unique-ass game. This is 10 times better than any walking simulator I've ever played that isn't like Death Stranding. Is Half-Life just Minecraft? What do you mean by that? Because micromanagement? No. Because Half-Life has a goal. And looks good without RTX. Speaking of which, Minecraft with RTX looks fucking phenomenal. Shame I don't have either a graphics card that supports it or an NVIDIA. I'm running a fucking AMD card, but it's better than the NVIDIA one that they were gonna give me. Had to relearn some driver software, but Minecraft pretty sometimes. Story mode look, I would gladly bumble through story mode if I had someone local. Cause that is so fucking awful. And it's available for free with Netflix. Should watch Super Best Friend. I did, and their LP is unfinished and will remain unfinished. I, however, will gladly suffer through the whole thing. Oh my god. This is... I know I keep saying it, but this is just fucking gorgeous. At least I got through the best DMC game before ending. Yeah. I still say Pat and Wooly are cowards for not doing a gun through of 2. Because, like, I would love a gun through, but at least we got, in our calling them cowards, we got the Wooly May Cry playlist. The 2 transition and 3 was fucking play. Yeah, here's the thing. So, like, people watching the DMC 3 playthrough that they did won't know what I know about it. And what I remember was them fucking... They said Super Best Friends play Devil May Cry 2. And then it transitions into being episode 1. But they pretend for a day that it was really going to be a DMC 2 playthrough. Why do they call them walking sims? First person walker makes more sense. Does this look first person? I should close Twitter. I had that on in the background. Oh, I got an achievement for closing Twitter. Ivan with the semantics. Yo, I hit him with even worse ones. This ain't first person. You can't fool me. I do SPFP postmortem shamely. Reminds me of people not calling Desire an FPS, even though it is. I don't know. It has ranged options. But most of your options are either melee or traps. So I don't know if I'd call it a shooter. Because that's also not the main thing you're doing. If you want a bad ending, you can make it a shooter. But that is definitely not what you're playing for. Hope Deathloop has no mortality. Which one was Deathloop? Was that the one that had, like, the blaxploitation looking trailer? Yeah, that one looked fucking sick. I actually really want to play that. I legitimately looked at that and went, yo, what? And the guy from The Walking Dead. Which guy from The Walking Dead? This is more of a cinematic platformer. Bitch! No, platformer needs some sort of score, doesn't it? Like his voice actor, or... I don't know. Like, I would not call this a platformer. It's got some jumping, but I don't know. Who's also in Bayonetta? Yeah. Did he voice Rodon? Because if he voiced Rodon, that's fucking perfect. That's one of my favorite game characters, period. He reminds me of the dude from, he reminds me of, I think his name was Drebin from MGS4. It was just like this cool-ass looking arm stealer with a monkey. I guess this is supposed to be underwater. I didn't know Lee and Rodon were the same actor. Huh. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They've got the same, they got the same fucking cadence to them, which would make sense if they are the same people. Wait until I, like, hear he was in a David Cage game or some shit. Grinding Warzone. A fucking contract that needs you to drive for 15 minutes? I don't know, we're actually half decent at Warzone, so, like, you and I could both easily do that. Especially if it was like a helicopter or some shit. Keep above people. Here, have some juice. I like the... I guess these are like supposed to be creatures made of the same thing as your scarf? Wonder how he got Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown will do anything, I believe, is your answer. He also got Willem Dafoe, need I remind you. Also, like, Clancy Brown and, whoever played Connor are easily the best parts of that game. Like, I dislike Detroit for being frankly insulting, but it does some real good shit. And David Cage wrote none of the good content. Because the Connor and Hank shit was almost, all the good shit that I like was almost all improv. And David Cage hated the improv they did. But, like, need I remind you that Clancy Brown is also Mr. Krabs? It's funny that the game with the most famous actors is apparently a boring mess. Detroit's not boring, it's just bad. It's a game that's bad, but it's good enough to where people who call it a masterpiece can pat themselves on the back for liking the game that is super clumsy in its themes. It's gonna get naked models of every actor, just Ellen Page. No, I wouldn't even call Beyond a fucking boring game, because I actually found enjoyment in Beyond. I just can't say it was good. Also, like, what did Ellen Page do before Beyond? I know she did multiple things and is apparently very active with, like, civil rights and shit. I do not know a single thing she did offhand. The first thing I heard about her was that they're like, hey, are you aware that Naughty Dog is, like, making a character that looks just like you? And she's like, huh, that's a weird coincidence. Either way, I'm starring in this game with David Cage called Beyond Two Souls. And, oh my god, I feel bad for her. That entire production was legitimately a shit show. In Defoe's Spider-Man, I knew Defoe was in Spider-Man. I know he was in a couple of other things too. He's like Steve Buscemi to me, where if I see his face, I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, that's him! But other than that, if Ellen Page was an X-Men, that would explain why I don't remember her, because I don't remember those movies, period. Watch her be my favorite fucking character in the X-Men too, like, Rogue. I can't wait to, like, go on YouTube after this and watch, like, 20 different videos that all say the same shit about the story of this game that are like 8-year-old videos. Because, like, having a story recap of this would be kind of cool to watch. Not like chomping at the bit to know what really happened, but I'm just here for the pretty sight. Buscemi's also recognizable because his kind of eyes are named after him. That's true, but also I know Buscemi's eyes because I watch Pat and Paige's stream all the fucking time, and they got the fucking... They have the painting of Steve Buscemi that's beautifully framed that they got from the mailbag. So I'll never, ever forget what Buscemi looks like because he's in the background of every single Pat video. And every single Page video. It actually reminds me of, there's a content creator I watch called Barry Lewis. He used to be called My Virgin Kitchen. And he does, like, cooking shit. Really good videos, too. He hangs out with Ashens a lot. And he has, in the background, a cardboard cutout of the Queen of England. And it apparently helps his camera focus. He's also got a Mr. Bean one, but, like, that was way after the Queen thing that he explains. Wait, are we trying to keep each other warm? I need to watch Fargo. I hear it's good. And if Steve Buscemi's in it and good, then that's definitely a plus. Because, like, a good actor's a good actor. Come on. shit, that just blew me even further back. Where are you, your Bedlam? At this pace, you're gonna hold hands and everything. Shit. Oh! Okay. Look, if you're complaining about me flirting, you are in the wrong place. Because I do that shit on accident. I'm gonna wait for him. I'd rather they have something. Let's just make these light up. I feel like this is supposed to be like gravestones or some shit. Oh? There was a little chirp there. Hey! I'm almost certain that we're supposed to be, like, keeping warm or some shit. God, this is just a sight to behold. And it's like, I'm seeing the video playback, it's remaining consistent and smooth. God, having a capture card is so fucking nice. Because, like, I remember having so much goddamn guesswork when I was dealing with, the native broadcast software. I don't know how you flirt by accident. I can't even achieve that trying. I don't know. So since it's Journey, yes. Swear to God, I'm gonna be asked to, like, play another game like this. Which, you know what? In between LPs, maybe. Or if I just want a quick bonus game, I'm technically a variety streamer, even though I just call myself an LPer. Are game overs a failure of game design? No, it is a failure of the player. Because a game where you can't fuck up is either really boring or not good. A game with no stakes is just eh. Oh, am I gonna have to start from the fucking beginning all over again? Oh no. It's like, I even see what David Cage was saying, too. I can't fault him for coming to that conclusion, but I also think that, like, having a game where it is impossible to game over ever is just, no. Because, like, even a game where you can't die, per se, like Death Stranding, Norman's character can't die. Sam. He'll just come back. At the very least, there's a detriment to that. Your cargo will be fucked up. you'll have to fucking clean yourself off eventually. Fucking BB will be upset and have to go into shock. If you don't have a game over, then you gotta have... if you don't have a game over, you have to have some consequence for fucking up. If you don't want a consequence for fucking up, I don't know. Because I can't say, then don't make a game. But, like, do something interesting. If your main selling point is the game has no game overs, I am uninterested in the idea. But if the game has, like, as like a side gimmick, hey, your cargo will be fucked up, like Death Stranding. And, like, Death Stranding has game overs in some places, but, like, if you die in the main game outside of a mission, and you're just doing side deliveries, then you're not gonna have to... if you're just doing side deliveries, then you're not gonna have to worry about dying. You'll just... oh, that's that. You'll just get some shit fucked up, and that's fine. That's completely fair, and that keeps me from rolling down hills like a dumbass. Like, I don't know if this game, in specific, would be made better with a game over. But it's also not the appeal of this to have stakes. So I guess it's a game-by-game basis. But, like, if you want to make a murder mystery game where there is no risk to anything bad ever happening, no, I'm uninterested. And I can't imagine a shooter without a game over. Or a consequence to the actions of bad play. Or, like, in competitive games, like, and I can't imagine any other scenario where I'd use it as a good example, like, in League, there has to be a losing side. But a game more on the chill side, games are completely allowed to be whatever they want to be. Like, this game is what it wants to be, and what it wanted to be is a little 2-hour romp through some pretty imagery. And some games just want to be... people play MOBAs for chill, I guess? That I'm making it defrost by just walking. But it's like, I can't imagine Payday without a game over feature for getting arrested and for everyone getting shot up. Like, this game seems to have the intent of, let's have you walk through a thing and have a story told to you without words. If a game wants to do that, that is perfectly fine. In fact, it's unique, and I'll give it that. But saying every game needs to be like this completely easy experience for everyone, I don't know. I don't think every game needs to be for everyone, because that's the glory of a bunch of different people making games. And you get to see those people's creative vision, I guess. When I say I guess, I'm not saying like, I guess. I'm saying like, I don't know. If I had to say one big positive about more and more people developing games, is that we have more and more different types of games. Because I wouldn't want every game to be a platformer, or every game to be a walking sim, or a shooter. If I can get legitimately unique ideas or concepts, I'll take that. Some people also play Bloodborne for chill. Shit, I did that in high school. Like, all the time, because Bloodborne was a game that eventually it became turn your brain off, listen to a podcast. What happens if I press start? There's... Okay, it's a sit down button. What about... pad? Oh no. What did I do? Oh. The end game of Bloodborne is just min-maxing, just like New Vegas. I say there's a lot less min-maxing in Bloodborne than there is in a standard Souls game. Like, DS2 has a lot of min-maxing if you really want to get into it. But I also think the min-maxing in that is good because that gives a lot of build variation, which feeds into the PvP really nicely. Actually, hey, you know what? I'm gonna use this chill opportunity to... I mean, Bloodborne literally has the gem systems. Yeah! Which are only through going through RNG dungeons. Yeah, I guess. 2 seconds. I'm gonna get a drink. My throat is getting dry. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. By the way, so like, I know I said this on Twitter, but that was God knows how long ago. I want to applaud fucking, I want to applaud OBS for keeping all of the files for my transitions, like my BRB screen and like the console recording station on my scenes list. All that shit, it kept all the assets that were saved to my old system, and I was able to transfer them all over without having to find them again. Meaning, like, the Minmo picture that I have is completely, like, safe. I wasn't gonna have to, like, do it with a thumb drive. Speaking of which, I had to, like, to get that file, I needed to find the, what was that? I needed to find the subway textures from Silent Hill 3. and go through all the billboards to finally find Minmo and crop Minmo out of the sprite sheet. So, like, somewhere on my old laptop, I have a texture dump for Silent Hill 3 because I just wanted Minmo for my Be Right Back, because I was Let's Playing Silent Hill 3 at the time, and I don't have a Be Right Back screen. It's a lot of yeah, I don't know. But, like, now I don't have to find the original crop of that on my fucking... I don't have to find it on my old laptop and put it on a thumb drive, transfer it to the new PC, set it up in OBS. No. All my shit's back. All of the settings, all of the weird volume shit, I had to set nothing up. I give up pretty easily when pirating stuff. I've been pirating stuff for years. And by pirating, I mean I've been downloading abandonware for years. The texture dump was easy enough to get. I just had to... Because I downloaded everything from Silent Heaven, I think it was. Which is a really good Silent Hill website, by the way. And I had to find the textures for the subway, which they had clearly marked. And from there, I just had to find which sheet had Minmo. Grow up big and strong, Minmo. Is abandonware pirating? Yes and no. In the way of, like, no one is going to yell at you for downloading abandonware because there is no legal way to get it. Like, if you pirated Rogue Galaxy, for example, most people aren't going to yell at you, but there's going to be some purists saying, just get it on PS4 for $15, because it's not technically abandonware. Because, like, there is... I wanted to get Manhunt 2 on PC. There's no legal way to get Manhunt 2 on PC. So I went on a dubious website that I won't name, so that I don't get banned. And I downloaded Manhunt 2 on PC. I wonder if people are mad about things like the Silent Hill 2 mods. Not really. Especially because because you can technically buy Silent Hill 2 legally. Not really. Aside from the HD collection. But, like, most of the Silent Hill fans that I know and am responsible for, they don't care. In fact, in the fucking Silent Hill Discord that I own, the stance is basically, as a moderator, I don't care if you pirate things, but I'd like at least a degree of separation or two from me actually giving you the file, just in case. Because I also want to see if I can get some people who used to be on Silent Hill games. Like, you know, maybe just maybe. Maybe just maybe I could get Tom Hewlett on the Discords, or I could, like, Twitter DM him, I guess. I like Tom Hewlett, that guy's a good guy. Official channel stance, Tom Hewlett's great. You mean Twitter God Ito? Yeah, I would love to have Masahiro Ito on the Discord. I would love him to do an AMA, and I'm almost certain that he'd be all for it. I just understand if he is also busy. But I love Ito. He is such a good guy. Ito just seems depressed about Silent Hill. I never got that vibe from him. Or is it that other artist? No, Ito's the only artist people talk about for Silent Hill. I also tried his Honey Toast that he brought up, months ago, where he said, "This is fuck." Because I remember seeing some Silent Hill posts about one of the creators being sad. I don't know. Any number of the Silent Hill staff could be broken up about Silent Hill and them not having any rights to it, or them not being able to work on it anymore. Shit like that. Like, I think Oaku, who was the director of Silent Hill 1, I think he's still on Twitter. Or not Twitter, I think he's still in Konami. He was working on Dragon Collection last I cared to watch. Which, like, you know what? If it makes him a paycheck, if Oaku can stay in business, there's also Sato, who might be sad about things. Toyama might be sad about things. Fuck. Toyama is the guy I meant to say was the director of Silent Hill 1. And he's the only one who actually understands what Silent Hill originally was, in my eyes. Oh shit, I don't have a scarf anymore. I recognized it was getting shorter, but now I don't have any. Well, that's just sad. I don't know. 'Cause, like, with the Silent Hill staff, the only employees that can speak on it are either Tom Hewlett or Japanese, and therefore might not even know English. By this point, they can only be happy that it happened instead of being sad that it ended. So, like, Ito just seems happy to be with fans. That's how I view what he says. Wonder if the Sony rumors are true. Konami said no. Konami said no, they are not. And I trust Konami enough. And we dead? End of the game? This sure. This. Okay, this gives me fucking Shadow of the Colossus vibes. You know what? I gave 2012 too much shit. Back alive. A lot of good games came out in 2012. Dishonored, Halo 4, XCOM Enemy Unknown, Black Ops 2, Journey, Guild Wars 2, Spec Ops, Hotline Miami 1, Hitman Absolution, which, not a good Hitman game. Not a good Hitman game. Fun game all around, though. Mark of the Ninja, Dragon's Dogma, Resident Evil 6, Sleeping Dogs, FTL, Zombie U, I like Zombie U, Persona 4 Golden, CSGO, The Darkness 2, Prototype 2, AC3 Liberation, Super Hexagon. Black Mesa apparently started development in 2012. Faster Than Light is fantastic. I completely agree. FTL is fucking amazing and perfect as a roguelike. 2013 has the Unholy Trinity, The Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, GTA 5. I don't understand why people like Grand Theft Auto 5 so much. Like, Trevor's fun. Also, Saints Row better than Grand Theft Auto. That's not even remotely a controversial opinion. Saints Row 4 is 10 times. Saints Row, as a franchise, I have consistently enjoyed more than my time with Grand Theft Auto. Granted, I have had more time with Saints Row because my parents let me play Saints Row before GTA. But, like, Saints Row has almost always been fun. The only time I can say that I hated playing Saints Row was Saints Row 2 on PC, because that PC port is fucking abysmal. They all pale in comparison to Sleeping Dogs, though. I can't even say that with the straightest of face. At least 2013 had DMC. Look, it took like 6 years, but we still got 5. DMC Devil May Cry is one of those where it's like, I am not playing that game for free, bribe me. Because it's like, the game's not horrible, but it's not good enough for me to actually, like, spend money. Correction, spend money again. And, like, remember, one of the current LPs is because someone bribed me to play a game I wanted to play. Do you know what else came out in 2012? Papers, Please. Spec Ops. I said Spec Ops. I like Spec Ops. I was playing it yesterday. Still good. Still plays like a fucking charm. Just hit me. What other games came out in 2013? Because Papers, Please might actually be my favorite one. Like, give me big titles, too. Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable is fantastic. Like, for a game, Stanley Parable isn't a good game, but it's so funny that I don't care that it's just walking around in Source. Can't wait for the PS4 version? There's a PS4 version, you say. Might check it out. I wonder if they'll keep the achievement. I wonder if they'll keep the achievement in the Stanley Parable for not playing the game for 7 years. The achievement on Steam was called Go Outside, and it's don't play the game for 7 years. Like, the Stanley Parable is so good. I love how it's written. Amnesia Machine for Pigs was 2013. I thought Machine for Pigs was kind of crap, honestly. One of the biggest horror disappointments of my life. Yo, Knack came out in 2013. Might have to reprioritize. Battlefield 4. I didn't like Battlefield 4. Something about the guns didn't feel right. Outlast. I dislike Outlast. I like Whistleblower a ton. And 2 seems hokey. Or not hokey. Sims 2's... fucking Outlast 2. Sims 2. Outlast 2 seems... Man, that looks like the most boring game to have a pit of dead babies in it. Stanley Parable is a good game because it wouldn't work without being a game. That's true. If that game didn't have choices in it, it would be really boring. Actually, no. No. That game would work really good as a choose-your-own-adventure book. I believe Dead Space 3 was also 2013. Yo, Dead Space 3 was good. Not a good Dead Space. Good game, though. Fun co-op shooter. Bad game in its franchise. A lot like RE6. Speaking of which, I need, like, Payday 2. Oh, you know what? Payday 2 is my game of 2013. Followed by FTL. Fucking love Payday 2. To this day, still one of my favorite shooters, even playing it solo. Okay. My game of 2013 is Rayman Legends. Rayman Legends, really solid. Cannot fault you. I liked Origins a lot, but that's because I don't have the context of any of the other games, except Legends. That game also had a surprising amount of fairy titty. Origins has the better art style. I think Origins is just the one I got on Uplay for free. Thank you for playing Journey. Thank you. Legends has the better design. Yeah, I can understand that. This game is really fucking solid. I completely understand why people loved this back when it came out, and it's one of those games that I can't fault people for not shutting the fuck up about. Because it's like, less people wouldn't stop talking about this game than, like, BioShock? But, like, at the same time, this game came out on the PS3. Stay safe, man. This isn't gonna be over until credits roll, because I want to see what this game has to do, because I like to watch the credits. Unless it's Grand Theft Auto 5. Apparently, the credits for GTA 5 were like 30 minutes long. Red Dead 2's were so goddamn long that I could actually take a bus trip to the Walmart to cash my fucking check and come back, and the credits were still rolling. Shit you not. Our patient playtesters. That's a way to put them. This game is legit fantastic. I played Assassin's Creed a lot of times and I have the credits burned into my brain. I didn't like 3. I want to like 3. PC port really got me more positive about it, but I cannot say I actually enjoy 3 as much as I enjoy 4. 4 is just fun, though, so, like, I can't... There are my tissues. Fuck, my nose is running. No, 4 is my favorite Assassin's Creed out of all of them, and I think the series stopped being so good after that. I also don't like the Ezio games that much. I don't think Ezio is actually all that good. If Unity wasn't broken, I might like Arno more than I like Ezio. Speaking of which, I might actually have to... on PS3, the credits were unskippable and it was like 20 minutes, no joke. I can see that. 12 minutes isn't too bad. 12 minutes ain't bad. Holy shit. So I don't think this kind of game is gonna, like, keep being my wheelhouse, because there's not much I can do with these to, like, actually commentate on them. But, like, I don't regret playing this on stream, especially for something that was supposed to be a test stream. Like, in case something goes horribly wrong, at the very least it'll be a one-off. Companions met along the way. Who do we get? Alright. Well, thank you to all these kind people that helped make this LP unique. Anyone else? Oh, it just hit me that I was 4 of those. Or I was... Well, thank you, Mama. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah. Hi, Yuffie. I know. So, that's it for Journey. I'm gonna end off the stream, but before I do, remember, there's a fucking community Discord at the bottom. At the bottom of the video, at the bottom of the stream, at the bottom of the VOD. There's also the donation link and a bunch of other shit. I want people at least in that Discord. I like talking. I just talked for like an hour and a half straight. But either way, stay safe. I love ya. Have a good rest.